Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are in Kyoto, Japan, and I want to share a really great tip with you. Today we're diving into the world of video editing, and I've got a really great tip that I want to share with you. It's a simple yet super powerful technique when it comes to editing my videos and making my content stand out a little bit more. We're talking about the magic of aspect ratios. Whether aspect ratios sound basic or complicated to you, it's a really nifty trick to make your footage stand out more and look more cinematic or retro or whatever style you're going for. So let's jump right in and explore how aspect ratios can elevate your storytelling with a simple click of a button. And speaking of clicking buttons, please click subscribe so you don't miss any future tips and tricks about travel filmmaking and photography. Let's get right into it. So what exactly are aspect ratios? Well, simply put, it's the proportion of the width of your video to the height of your video. For instance, the aspect ratio that you're probably used to seeing the most on YouTube is 16:9, which means it's 16 units wide and 9 units tall. By adjusting this ratio, you can completely change the look and the feel of your video, and it's as easy as clicking a button. One of my favorite tricks to get a more cinematic feel is to switch to an aspect ratio of 2.35:1. This is that ultra wide screen that you see when you go to the cinemas. It will instantly make your videos look way more appealing, especially if you're doing travel videography. This can also apply to photos. When you crop your landscape photos to be a little bit shorter than a 4:3 or a 4:5, you'll see that it just makes it look a little bit more grand and cinematic. Another thing that I like to do is go the complete other way and have a more vintage and retro feel, kind of like what you've been seeing in my most recent YouTube videos. And this is by going for a 4:3 aspect ratio, something you'll see from old TV series and old movies. Do you see what I mean by changing the vibe by just changing the aspect ratio? It's really simple. But why does this matter? Well, it's all about storytelling. If we take the cinematic aspect ratio, you'll see that it naturally draws the viewer's eye to the center of the frame, which makes your subject the star of the show. It really helps you focus on what's essential in each shot. Whereas I use the 4:3 aspect ratio because, like I said, it adds a bit more of a retro and vintage feel, and that's just the vibe that I personally am going for in my videos. And often, I don't really like the surroundings that I have in my video when I'm filming in a hotel room, so it helps cut that off and just put the focus more on the subject rather than the background. So for the editing of this and to actually get those aspect ratios, it's as simple as just going to your sequence settings and changing it like this. Sometimes I like to change the aspect ratio at the end of my video when it's all already been edited, and if you're gonna do that, make sure you go back through your sequence and make sure that all your clips are in line and there's no missing black spaces. Just check that you don't need to crop in, crop out, or move a clip around a little bit. So there you have it, a simple editing trick that can really change the vibe and feel of your videos with a simple little click. I hope you found this useful and will play around with your aspect ratios in your next video. Just remember to do everything with intention, never just choose an aspect ratio at random, choose it because it adds a certain vibe to your video. And if you found this video useful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to not miss any more filmmaking, photography, and travel tips. I'll see you in the next one.